in the city. What is it?
Excuse me, do you know anything about... Thank you for your time.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a forswarn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Waylon and the Forswarn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. Yes, it all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forswarn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Hey, watch it.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
The Warrens isn't a... Oh yes, I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now. Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here. No, it's not. Trust me. No, it's not. Trust me. Welcome to the Warrens. I can show you a few things, but anyone asks, and my name never comes up. Understand?
Pickpocket!
Uh-huh.
been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of. Gods, no! Piece of pit bait. I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders.
God might get nervous when a man approaches with his weapons.
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the forswarn. And I'm tired. So tired. Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king. Come on!
Huh?
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter?
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going
Plenty
at
of
each
strong
other.
drink and clean rooms.
He tried to kill Margaret, right in front of me.
I'm just here to clean up. Is there something I can do for you?
I'm sorry. Just visiting. I had some business here. That's all.
Give us a coin, Koznak. We'll just spend it on cheap ale.
Was it that obvious?
You won't do
Damn.
different.
I must be losing my touch.
I have a reason to be.
I'm one of General Tullius's
I'm aware
agents.
when those shipments come.
I was sent to investigate the Treasury House and the Silverblood family. They own Sidna Mine, one of the toughest jails in Skyrim. I was hoping I could buy or steal the deed, but I don't think that's how things work here. Mark my words. Thonar Silverblood was behind that attack in the market. Somehow.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone? My father is more generous than he lets on. Gives me plenty of space.
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here. We'll see. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
Be careful.
You lost?
Be careful! Is it getting hot? Or is it just me?
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
I'll marry Thonar Silverblood.
Oh no, don't!
What are you doing here? The Imperial agent? That's right, I knew. How many dogs is the Empire going to send after me? This is my business. My city. You Empire lovers should learn to stay out of it. Now get out!
Never should have gone here.
Way out, I guess. Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here.
My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. Fine. You want to know what the forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house.
What's the hurry?
We warned you, but you had to just go and cause trouble. Now we have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanach until you and Eltris started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the king in rags when you're in Sidna Mine. You'll never see the sun again, you hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? Good. All right. Open her up. Now you, get down there.
I left behind. What are you in for, new blood? Innocent. So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanach, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. Small blade. Easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing? Liar. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. The only thing Monadnock expects is a bottle of skooma in tribute ever so often. You're not getting through. That's what I was hoping you'd say. You're mine! You can't win this! It's been so long since I tasted my own blood. Sour.
Get him!
Yeah. Go on in.
What are you doing that for? Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the forswarn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes, but even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nord stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Dhonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forswarn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The forsworn, criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. Our struggle is our people's struggle. Don't reach for a shiver. What do you want? Of digging to do. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Monadnock once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor forswarn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. Long enough. Till next time.
I was sent here because someone said I was a forswarn.
You're a slave, just like... Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. Do you remember the sun? Because you'll forget. Soon.
You serve your time by digging.
So Jarl decided...
Please! Don't kill me!
Hey, watch what you're doing! It's a hurry.
Do your work! Spare me! Please!
You're back! You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanach? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the Forswarn.
I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. Into the tunnel. Let's go.
What's the hurry?
brought blasphemy.
Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by. Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forswarn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forswarn. No place in the Reach is safe from us.
Madana, think you can escape my prison, do you? You'll pay for what you've done to your family.
Your family? You poisoned the Reach with your tainted silk. For long enough, Thonar! Never should have come here.